What's up, guys? So before I get into this video, I just want to let you guys know, I forgot to say it while I was filming the video, that I bought my kayak from Estero River Outfitters. I'll put it up here and I'll put a link down in the description. But they were awesome. The entire staff was very helpful. They were very informative. They answered every question that I had. They let me test drive whichever kayak I wanted, no questions asked. They were very helpful when it came to putting the kayak together and everything I needed to know to maintain the kayak, and all the information I did need for the kayak. So if you guys are in Southwest Florida or around the area, go ahead and check out Estero River Outfitters. The entire staff was amazing. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Remember, guys, there's always time for one more cast. What's up, guys? Chris from One More Cast, and I'm out here today fishing, and I pulled up on the island to take a little break, and I wanted to do this video. It's a video I've been wanting to do for the past month or so. I just haven't had time to do it, and I figured I'd just do it now while I'm taking a little break. So I bought my Hobie Compass about 4 months ago. It was in late April. We're in mid-August, so about 3.5, 4 months ago, somewhere in that range, I got the Hobie Compass. Now it's a 2025 Hobie Compass. It's got the 180 drive, and I do not regret buying this thing at all. Now, I will let you know. So, before I got this kayak, for the year before I got this kayak, and I was actually looking into getting a pedal drive kayak, I watched hundreds of videos on different kayaks. I looked at videos on the Hobie, Old Town, Native, Hoodoo. There's a company down in Sarasota, Sand Sharks, Vibe Kayaks. I looked at a bunch of different pedal drive kayaks, and honestly, I took in as much information as I could. To me, it was a big purchase, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to regret my purchase. So I was looking at the Hoodoo for a little bit, and they sell two different drives. They sell a PDL, which is a propel drive, and they also sell a fin drive. But after looking at reviews and stuff like that, I heard that they're not the greatest drive. They break very easily, and I even heard that they bring extra drives at ICAST because they've had them break at ICAST. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just videos that I've seen. So I went away with that. And I would have had to order that one online. So I didn't want to end up buying a kayak online. I knew I wanted to buy a kayak from a dealer. So started looking at the Sand Shark kayak for a while, and it's pretty much the same thing. They sell one kayak, and you can fit two drives in it, a PDL, which is pedal, or a fin drive, but only goes forward. It doesn't have reverse. I got turned off of those real quick. They're fairly new. I didn't know too much about them, so I kind of got turned off of those real quick. And then it pretty much came down to the Old Town and the Hobie. Those are the two I was kind of going back and forth with the most. I was looking at Jackson Hewitt for a while, but same thing, there was no dealer around me. The closest one I think was like 4 hours away, and I kind of went away from wanting a PDL in general, because I started doing more research. Once I got down to the Old Town and the Hobie, those are the two kayaks I see around my area the most, and that's how I base my judgment on the two that I wanted to pick from. So I don't ever see any Vibes around here. I don't ever see any. I see Native, Old Town, and Hobie in my area that I fish. Those are the three main kayaks I ever see whenever I'm out fishing. And back when I was buying a boat, a lot of people said, well, whatever boats you see out there the most, that's the boat you want to kind of choose from, because those are the ones that are constantly being used out there, and in your area they work great. So once I got down to the Old Town and the Hobie, it came down to what's more convenient for me. So I fished with Rick, subscriber Rick. And I've watched him, we get into some shallow stuff and he'd have to pull his drive a lot. I mean, there was a bunch of times, like, not much during summer or fall, but during like winter and spring when we have real shallow tides, he would end up pulling his drive quite a bit, and he'd have to go around to get to where we're going, where I could just kind of cut through. So that kind of turned me off that. Also, I used to see him cleaning out his drive a lot. He'd pull it and have to pull out the grass. It went through a bunch of thick grass. He'd have to clean it out a lot. The pro to having the Old Town was, the Old Town comes with a lot more. When you buy the Old Town, it comes with more. Like, there's more, a little bit more storage. There's just, I mean, more that comes with that kayak. All right, had a bunch of waves crashing. I wanted to get it up a little bit further. So anyways, so the Old Town, it's decked out a little bit more. There's more storage, comes with more, you know, it comes with more accessories and stuff. Whereas when I was looking at the Compass was really bare. It didn't really come with much. So that was really what I was debating. But then I also looked at the Compass. It goes a lot shallower. It's more convenient. I can push one pedal forward, and now my drive is, now my fins are up against the bottom of the kayak, and I can actually just paddle through where I'm going and then bring it back down and continue to pedal. So it came down to the areas I fish and, you know, what was more convenient for me. I felt like it was way more convenient to be able just to take the bungee, put it on the drive and pull the fins up and paddle, than have to pull out the entire drive and have a drive in front of me while I'm trying to paddle. So this video pretty much sums up why I got my kayak, which I just went over, and now I'm gonna go over the things I've done to it, what I don't like about it, and what I really love about it. All right, cool. So this is it right here. You guys have seen in my videos. It's the 12-foot Hobie Compass. Now, first downfall is it's only 3-4 months old, and this is already starting to smudge off. I don't know why, but that is already starting to peel. Now, something I did that I haven't noticed, there's a scratch right here. I don't know where that came from. I don't know if I hit a rock or what, but that was my fault. But this started happening before this happened. So that's one thing I don't like, is this is starting to peel. Now is that a deal breaker? No. I mean, our kayaks are gonna get beat up. They're gonna get, you know, stuff's gonna happen to them. But me, I'm not too worried about cosmetics like that. It doesn't bother me too much. As long as I can still fish out of the kayak, I'm happy. But that's one of the downfalls that I don't like about this kayak. Now, one downfall for me, so if I would have went with the Outback, it wouldn't have been a downfall. But I'm a left-handed fisherman. I fish left-handed, you guys see that? The drive, I can only steer the rudder on my left side. I fish with my pole with my left hand, and I reel with my right hand. I'm backwards. So that was an issue I thought was gonna happen, but it's really not that bad. I've overcome it. One thing I don't like is the cup holder. So I added this cup holder to it. I just put right here some Velcro, but as you can see, that cup holder lip, when I have my coffee in there, right there, there's nothing stopping it from doing this. First like 2 or 3 times I went out, my coffee would do this. So that's one thing I don't like. I don't know why this is even considered a cup holder. I don't know why they couldn't have brought it up a little bit. It would not have bothered me, but got this thing for like 15 bucks, and I got some Velcro, and I just stick it in there, Velcro it in, and stick it in there, Velcro it in, and it's pretty sturdy. It holds my coffee, holds my waters. It works great. Really cheap fix. Now these did not come on it, these little things. Thank you to my friend Aloy from Southwest Florida, Jupiter Kayak Fishing. He hooked me up with these, so thanks to him. But these don't come on the kayak, so that's where I said it's very bare. These don't come on it, so I actually added these to it myself. It does come with these T-tracks right here on both sides. You know, I added this, I added this, I added the rod holder, I added the paddle holder. It only has one paddle holder on this side. I use that for my stick it. It's just more convenient for me for it to be over there. And then there's no paddle holder over here, so I just added this one here. This works great. I love that thing. I use this for my lures, you know, my pliers, and I use the side. I have, you know, cutters, Pro-Cure right there, easy access. This thing right here, it's not too bad. I've thought about taking this circle one out, moving it up front because there's a cutout for it up there, and put a square one here, but honestly I don't really need it at this time. But got this bucket. Now this bucket comes separate. It does not come with the kayak, and you got access to the hull there. The seat is very comfortable. It sits lower than my other kayak, but it is very comfortable. I can fit my dry bag under there. It doesn't get wet under here. My other kayak would always stay wet under there. This doesn't actually get too wet, but it's got two positions, a high and a low. The only thing I don't like is, see how it sits right on the bottom of the kayak right there. You can see where it's starting to wear. I think that's going to be probably an issue over time. So I'm not sure. And then if you come to the back, that's where it clips into right there, one on each side. It's very easy to remove the seat. You can actually run a transducer down there if you want to run some kind of you know, electronics for, you know, navigation or fish finder. The seat itself is very comfortable though. When I first sat in it, I thought I was gonna break it, but I mean, I've actually fell in this thing. It hasn't bent yet, hasn't ripped yet, so far I like the seat. It's very comfortable. Handles right here on the side, one right here and one right here, so that's another there's a handle right here and one on that side for carrying it. I don't ever use them, so they're there. I mean, I guess if you want to pick it up and throw it over your head, you could. This kayak's not heavy at all. I think it's like 68 pounds or something like that. It's not a heavy kayak at all. Now if we move to the back, I keep, like I said, my dry bag under here. My board I keep right there. It's easy for me to reach around and grab it. I keep my bait bag right here. This is my life vest, my PDF. I keep this right here. It's got a really big tank well back here. A really big one. That should not be out. Really big tank well, which I really like. So I put this right here. It stays there. It's got two rod holders on either side. I use one for my net. This one, I don't use it all really. Now I added this thanks to my buddy Jay. He ended up hooking me up with this. This is like YakAttack's original box, I guess. But you know, it works for me. Once again, shout out Jupiter Kayak Fishing. But this is my box. So it's got 5 rod holders. I only bring 4 poles. I have another one if I want to bring my big pole. I can fit quite a bit of stuff in this thing. You know, this is my head mount. Here is my CCA, my sunglasses box. I mean, I fit a small cast net in here, my bug spray, my sunscreen. These are some Wise Guys baits from Shannon. I've thrown a couple of these. I'll tag him down there too. Blue Wilderness 239. He's got an awesome channel along with Aloy. Both really good kayak anglers down in Matlacha. But keep my Seaguar right here. Keep a couple bobbers in there. My knife if I need it. My headlamp. Most of this stays dry in here, honestly. I can fit 5 boxes in here. I could probably fit 6 if I wanted to, but 3 Busby boxes, my Beyond box, then just a regular one for terminal tackle. But this fits everything, does the job. Shout out Pro-Cure bait sense right there. They hooked me up with some nice, they hooked me up with a few bottles of Pro-Cure recently. Texas Eye, love it, favorite jig head ever. But if you come back here, so I've got the rudder in the up position right now, but this is pretty much the rudder control right here. In the back, this you can control the tension of the rudder. You got mount holes here, so if I want to put a Bixby, you got a T-handle here. Now the only thing I don't like about T-handle is it when you try to pick it up, it does wobble back and forth. You don't really have too much stability when you pick it up. Keep my anchor right here. Comes with a bungee for the tank well. Moving back around to this side. This side, nothing so far. Really nice and clean still. You know, the Hobie isn't messed up. That side over there feels raised. If you feel this side, it doesn't feel raised at all. That side feels raised, so I don't know. but I stick it right here, keep it clipped to here. Like I said, side pouches right here, cup holder. This is my drive, it's a 180. It's got the kick-up fins. This has the regular fins on it, not the turbo fins. So this is the drive that comes with it. That's where the drive goes in at, you know. Very simple, easy to use. You flip those forward, pull it out. Whenever you want to put it back in, you just pop it back in, it goes right back into place. Okay. Up front, my Buffalo Gear bag. This is the cooler I use. It's a great cooler, I love it. I usually use ice packs in there. It keeps these are still frozen hard, keeps some waters and everything I bring cold. That's better than using ice in my opinion, because they're reusable. But lip grips I keep up here just in case. I rarely use them though. And then if I take this off, that's how I have it on there really, is this. It comes with this piece right here, this little net. But that's where the cutout is for if you want to put the circle one up there and put the square one back there. This comes with it, that you put it in your drive. If you don't want to use your drive, you put that in there and you can paddle it around. This thing paddles amazing through the water. I've already paddled it around quite a bit. But keep my wading rope up here and my wading boots. Come to the front, keep my nav lights right here. They work good. It's got the compass emblem right here. This is the Berley bow guard right here. This was actually like 50 bucks. It's pretty expensive, but it's worth it because when I load my cart up, I'll show you guys real quick. So when I load my Hobie onto my cart, I actually have to pick up. So I put my cart right here, I pick this up and I pick it straight up and I slide it on top. So that Berley, it's like Berley Bro or Berley Pro guard, I'll put it down in the description. That was a must-have for me. That way I didn't mess up the front of the kayak. We got another T-handle here. Like I said, you pick it up, it's real wobbly. And then it comes with a Hobie paddle. All right guys, so that's my Hobie Compass, 2025 Hobie Compass. I love it. It's stable. I can stand up in it. I actually feel it's more stable than my other kayak was, which I thought was stable. Great kayak. I highly recommend it. One thing that I did see a lot of people say is the Hobie Compass isn't a fishing kayak. It's a recreational kayak. A bunch of people said that. And most of those people that said that were people from like up north. You know, a lot of people that fish lakes, ponds, stuff like that. In my opinion, any kayak can be a fishing kayak. Depends on how well you can adapt to the kayak and how well you can, you know, and the type of fishing you're doing. I mean, this thing, I can flutter kick it in about 10 inches of water. Once I hit about 8, I usually, like I said, I don't know if I showed you, but so this is the bungee right here. This bungee comes on the compass and you just bring it up here and it holds the fins up. So, and if I have to pull the drive, it's literally click, click, pull it out, and I can stick it right behind my seat and it stays right behind my seat. I don't have to worry about it falling in or nothing. But a lot of people said the Compass is not a fishing kayak. Now, whenever I decided I wanted a Hobie, I was stuck between the Passport and the Compass. The Outback, that is definitely a goal. Like, I want to get there one day. But, you know, you talk about this one, I think retails for like $2,700. I think the Passport was $1,900. And then you get to the Outback, that's, I think it was like $3,800. It was almost like $1,000 more to get into an Outback. With this being my first pedal drive kayak, I did not want to spend a bunch of money like that. So what it came down to was I test drove both of them. I tried the Passport, I tried the Compass. The Compass felt more like my old kayak. I felt more comfortable in it. The cockpit felt more like my other kayak. So that's what I went with. And I really wanted to reverse, which I'm glad I got. You know, I talked to a bunch of people before I went down and got this kayak, and got a lot of, there's a bunch of mullet right here. A bunch of mullet. If I had my bait book, I'd probably get them. Look at them all. I don't know if this is gonna help or not. But I ended up going with the Compass because of the reverse mainly. I mean, the Passport's a little bit wider. I think the cockpit did feel a little bit wider, but comfortable kayak. I can fish in this for hours. I can go miles in it. Definitely recommend it. And for those that say it's not a fishing kayak, I mean, it's a fishing kayak. You guys watch my channel, you guys see me put a lot of nice fish in it, and it works great for me. So for the people saying like you need the Outback to have a fishing kayak, because the Outback is a fishing machine. I mean, that thing, it's got rudder controls on both sides. It's got storage everywhere. It already comes with a square hatch. I mean, it is a fishing machine, but the Compass is also can be a fishing machine. You might have to add a few things to it, get comfortable with the way you want it, but even still, with everything I've put into it, I'm not close to what an Outback costs. I mean, that's including, you know, everything on it. Like everything I put on it, I'm still not close to what a Outback cost. So this is my kayak. Like I said, 2025 Hobie Compass. This is everything I've done to it. So far, the way it sits now is the most comfortable way it is for me to fish. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out here now. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification down at the bottom so you're notified when I post a new video. Remember guys, there's always time for one more cast. I'll see you later.